How's it, everybody? How's things? This is another business module. Business module which is about coming back into business for professional reasons. Professional reasons are always going to be better. You follow lawful society. That was the ancient world. So this is a business module for rock music. Good rock music, or you want to make nice rap music, or anything that's going to be easy. We want to do something that's a success, like a super yacht company. Sensation's an amazing company. You got all these things that there are alloy yachts in New Zealand. You've got a lot of stuff, man. You've also got to try to not go into the slums of India, but not now. We're not going to be biased because a business is also about your enemies, while a successful business is about standing up for at least an hour with a lot of information, the truth, opportunity, but not so much something that doesn't exist. This is not like evidence for a court case. This is a professional business module for important reasons, right? So we're talking about advertising by card, business card. It's cheap, is more reliable, and you don't have to put your personal phone number. You can get like an Instagram page, and it's got to be some professional thing, not too weird. Drug addicts and stuff's not going to work. There's a zero policy in the universe. You got popular days, and you got cartoon world. But I'm not trying to talk negative. We want to be positive, right? So we want to stick to something so people have evidence, evidence that it's what people are selling, right? If you can't trust anybody, then you got to trust at least the community. Well, if you can't trust the community, I guess life is like a vape, right? So a vape, obviously, that's inevitable. So we're not going to focus on old people. We want to focus on people that are like essential workers, or people that are doing something important for once. For once, we want to focus on solving the problem. We want the thing solved just in case a calamity happens and we die or something, which I guess we did already. So we're not trying to be funny. So this is a business module. So you absorb the environment. You got to shut off all the sounds, all the shit rock music, all the Nigerian music, all the bad stuff, criminals, pornography, all the stuff on the internet that's going to not only enter your mind, or even put some sort of subliminal message. So this is a script you got to stick with for a professional business, like a professional business that's big, like a super yacht company, successful rock bands, good rap groups. Even this one, I'm not going to talk about my cousin. Maybe Dawn Raid, Young Sid, they all could be absolutely gifted. Even if you want to make some nice New Zealand reggae, you got to incorporate the local population, but not too much brown nosing. Don't be greedy. It's got to be primo. You need tender love and care. And the first thing you got to do is stand up. This is going to teach you like how to do the job. Any business, this is what the boss does. I'm the boss. So you just point your finger, tell them what to do. So I guess it's all about like not trying to be too into reality, but don't be too spaced out. You don't need to be a celebrity, or going to concerts is too ridiculous. So it's like an online concert. So you try to tell the cops, the government, you don't want to associate with those things. With those sort of things, you blaming those people. But this is not also like a script, right? It's also a professional tactic, and we're not trying to be dodgy. But what I'm saying is, you got to advertise with business cards, research, scout. You got to be like serious, but not serious where you're too horrible. Where now you making mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, but you can't make a mistake now, endanger the whole neighborhood or the community, and start just go on some crazy thing, which I guess too many people are blaming white people. So instead of trying to blame people, do something, because of course cops will look at you. So say, of course, I live in a madhouse, but I'm not going to talk about that. I'm saying a business module, because people need something else, like dates or things like an empire system is good enough. But I guess we're not going to talk about that, because this is a business module. So we've got some sort of evidence, right? Just in case we get murdered, or somebody important dies, or something dodgy. Too many things have failed. So I want to be honest with this. Don't try to blame yourself. Too many things have failed. Too many things like the lockdown, people have disappeared. Too many people are telling the truth. But definitely, we want to say it's a business module because you need your own privacy. Now, after this, it has to get done. So, this is about trying to open up your business again. You've got to dig deep. You need physical power. Physical power comes from walking around and trying to use what society is about. Local transport, public transports, the shops, cinemas are all important. All this electricity, even these things that seem unimportant, there's nothing more important than what you're doing, because sometimes maybe people are telling the truth. Maybe these are professionals, but this is a business module for everybody. Even the monster needs something. Even the people that you don't like, you can't be in the presence of somebody like DJ Slaydem. DJ Slaydem is like an apex predator. People don't want to be trying to stand, they want to listen. You've got to shut off all that stuff and try to listen to where you live. Then you realize the place is too dangerous. So now you're in total danger. Definitely people will come with torches and people come to kill you. It's one of those places. So the place is proven. So you need to do something for everybody that's at least from a professional point. Well, then what you have, you know what I mean? Because it's a business module, and it's like different from other ordinary things. It's about different strategies, tactics, following a script for once. And there's good reasons for a business module or for coming back into business more than money. Money is a good reason. With money you can definitely change the world. You don't have to think somebody's a bad person, but I guess, yeah, they're professionals, so you don't have to be too smart. But you've also got to be more intelligent than Bill Gates, more intelligent than Einstein, more intelligent than Thomas Edison, or all these people. Einstein and stuff are very clever. So all these people are clever, but they've got no experience. Experience is always going to be the best teacher, because experience is like you can now use your brain for once. You're in a boss position, so you've got all the opportunity for super yachts, to live for eternity, do something with your life, go on dates, have freedom. You don't give up your freedom to talk, but you don't talk too much BS, bullshit. Don't be too racist with recordings. Do as much professional stuff, and there's a lot of things you can do. If you can stand up for yourself, you can stand up for anything. Then you're not afraid, because there's a lot of things that there's afraid to be afraid of. You live in a dangerous place. Definitely, it's proven. It's like a military zone. So it's a military campaign like of General Powell or Schwarzkopf, or in Afghanistan, which there's different campaigns, trust campaigns, where you do something significant: tea, gifts, chocolate, something with quality, a cake business, get to knock on the doors or put letters in, given your phone number, cards. All the houses is a possibility. You don't have to get a job. Or if you do have a job, don't get a hard job. Study something like woodwork, house building, easy in the beginning or any time, so you don't have to be a laborer. It's then you don't have to be a laborer. Then don't do something like welding. Do something like accounting. Accounting is a computer job. Then that's easy. On business accounting online is good. Then you can work for yourself. Then you can do things like work in the bank. Of course, you can get a business loan, but then you've got interest will pay for the loan. But that you don't tell anybody. You tell people that you want, that deserve that. Because with a loan, you don't spend all the money. The interest, you know what I mean. And if you get a loan for a mortgage or something, they get an extra 400,000. That's a combined business loan where you'll need a lawyer, wear a suit and stuff. You'll need like a profile, a portfolio. It's the only way you can get maybe $3 million. So with this portfolio, you got to come now, not like a hustler. You've also got to come and do some overtime, some work, shower, look after yourself, have some references from a job, few years experience, some money saved. You're gonna have to have at least maybe 100,000. Then with 100,000, definitely you can go with a portfolio and use like a business plan, saying you want a mortgage, and say you want a successful business, not like something too difficult. Say you want to do a restaurant. Well, a restaurant is easy. You can rent. You don't have to buy. You rent a cafe. So you can have a cafe chain. So even if you sell your house, you can sell your house and get maybe 1 million, 300,000, then easily you can buy another house in Australia. A $700,000 house is like a league player, like Filau's house. You know what I mean? Save yourself money for a restaurant and cafes and money, so you don't have to pay for the loan or anything. So you can enjoy life. Don't blow your money. Blowing your money is not good, but don't be too tight. But definitely, if you're living in a world where somebody's got 900 trillion, but people want to spend 20,000 on the world, then I'll even get a less money. I'll say now I'm going to spend 1,400 because you're already spending 20,000. I got $900 trillion. Why would I in the first place want to be given no choice? But I guess also don't be funny. But like what I'm saying is, you got these books, right? These books are good because now you can see this is a professional lecture as well. In a lecture, you'll see people with books. There's no way to remember all that stuff. So you need a book and it's allowed. Well, as long as you're not doing something that's crazy like where I live, coming and bashing down somebody's house or entering a premises, putting anything like that happens. So I guess it happens all over the world. But what we try to do is we're trying to do like a different business where you advertising by card, and you're also on Facebook. Facebook is good if you're not going to be on there doing something mad. But you got to be careful who you advertise to, because you advertise on Facebook, you get crazy white women from the government. They're making up conspiracies. They'll start digging up in your personal life. Then they'll be in control of your opportunities, because you want to be in control of all your opportunities, freedom to talk, but not to talk nonsense. Also to teach yourself, because yourself might be in a emergency, a hurricane, or all sorts of things. Better to watch your own stuff than watching some other cyber attack. The next thing you'll have shit on the television or on the internet that could send you running out of the house into an ambush, into some Rosalda Blanca or buildings. You end up supporting your enemy. You can't do that. So this is like an election campaign, like Barack Obama. You need to do public appearances. Any little bit is going to help, because they seem to pitch up when it's horrible and always when it's bad. So it's never a good time for a neighborhood like this. So definitely anything's going to help. So you've also got to cheat a bit, because obviously they've cheated you. So don't bother looking at the battery power. They could come back and destroy your life. So you've got to get out of the vicinity. That's what the military does. They get out of the vicinity, retreat, because this retreat could end up horrible. Because when it's your turn to retreat, they could also take advantage. So you must always think, one day I might need to retreat. Let me also make a presence, make sure that there's no surprises, blocking off all of the weak points is like the body. These are the weak points that you've got to block off the most, where you can definitely die. The throat, the chest is not so bad. It's under here, in your groin and behind. That's the most weak points. Here you will survive easily. Just by putting a gauze. Don't try to do operations or worry about inside. The body has a healing system where you just cover the wound, even if it's bad. Don't go for stitches. Stop the blood first. Stitches can obviously, that's stitching. This, don't let somebody tell you I need to stitch. You can stitch as long as it's stitchable. Don't leave a wound open. You have to stitch it, and that you can do yourself. But this is a business module, not medicine. So you've got to stick to what you've got. So a book is allowed. So you can also say it's like a lecture or story, which you've got to go with what the leader, with what technology is doing. So with technology, obviously, this is a frap, right? It's a phone tablet. So it seems stupid, but it's good, because a phone tablet is durable. You know what I mean? You see, it's flexible. It's not too expensive. It's not going to be an arm and a leg. And with these things, they're dangerous. People can spy on you. Definitely, you got to be careful with phones. Phones you just use as disposable. You always got to have spare phones, and don't try to give them away. Then they've got all your information. You just got to try to reset, or try to make sure there's some way of not even bothering with the phone. Just even let them do what they want with it. You're better off. Then all those numbers, all those negative people, all those problems are gone. Then you've got a fresh start, which is good. But this is a frap. This is phone tablet. It seems like it's inexpensive. Yeah, it's good. You got the widescreen. A lot of things you can do with this besides being a troublemaker. Besides doing something negative, this is a business module for people to do something positive. And if you want to do something positive, then it's a good strategy, right? Because for good reasons you want to open a business, so you need a module for good reasons. The community, you want to change your life, you want to help children, is good, right? But you need to have some sort of system in place because the place has failed. So those things are not going to be achievable here. But for good reasons to come back to business on like a um, on a good basis, like you want a good reputation, which is also about like you got to love your people, love your customers, you got to also love the community, love even your enemies. But this is a business thing, so you can do something, an electrician or maybe house building, something simple. It's better than being a laborer. And even if you're an architect or billionaire, you got something, a hobby or something to occupy in emergency. You don't try to do something that's too difficult. You learn as much as you can. Welding is too dangerous. There's too many welders. Do house building. It's about how you save your money. If you consider them like peanuts, then it's not going to work. With money, you save your money until you got enough. Money is not for blowing, it's for saving, and also it's not for drugs. Drugs don't work together. That's going to cost you. This is not about how to sell drugs. This is a business for lawful business, like you want to be a carpenter and successful, or you want a business module to return into business for good reasons. You know you can make good music. You're tired of your reputation being bad. You're tired of the struggles in Manurewa, the struggle. You want to change things fast. So you want to change things overnight. So this is a good thing to play. It's like not a diversion. It's going to be like like a secret society, like a little game or something, a break, and you can just have we just having a break. Everyone we're having a that use this as the break. Trust me, it'll work. With this, you'll have numbers in your life because it's not about breaking barriers. It's about meeting a patch. Like you've got gang members, right? So you need to meet that danger. So you say, "Damn, got that. That's what I mean. When you come to that level, then you're now in the cartoon world. But that's not so bad. So some people are useless, some are good. So you work with what you have. Don't bother being a rich person. That's a good thing. If you're a rich person, you're way better off. People deserve that. They deserve to live that. Don't consider that like a burden. Don't punish people if they're proven they're apex predator. Then that's why you got to get help, like from DJ Slaydem. So you also want to look good, but you don't want to look too different. You want to blend in, camouflage, because you've got Michelangelo da Vinci, right? You've got all of these people: Michelangelo da Vinci, Thomas Edison, Mozart, Bill Gates. You got all sorts of people: Einstein, heaps of people. Elon Musk. You got Mark Zuckerberg. You got George Lucas. You got all these people are successful. They're rich. But the thing with all the greatest empires, Roman Empire, Greek Empire, even the ancient world, definitely there was something hidden. So they knew there's phones coming. Now imagine an apex predator like this. It seems like it's a lot of fiction. But what I'm saying, a lot of these things don't exist because that's my job. Making movies and things is easy for some people because that's their job. But with 600 trillion, you got to also be like marking tight. Barcelona, all these things together is way better because if in reality, if you become a straggler, then obviously jackals, hyenas will get you. You don't want to be a straggler now. Times are bad. Definitely for everyone. Even the foreigners, right? Or the people that they say are rich. So what you got to do, you got to have simplicity with what you have. Simplicity, that's what makes this a trillionaire's clothing. That's what trillionaires do. Don't be too expensive. Don't pay your enemies. Don't make the enemy even richer. With trillions, they'll have billions. They'll become an apex predator, a problem. Then next thing, you'll be back where you started because you've now spent your life in a garage. You're now traumatized. It's now a physical punishment. Your brain is burning. So this is not a therapy. It's just soothing. You got to keep everything quiet and you got to just listen. It's hard to talk. Nothing's easy. Even trying to do this is not easy. Somebody's bound to interrupt. Or something's going to come, a monster even, maybe even something dead. But don't be racist on the internet. That's not good. But what I'm saying is, okay, look, even a cake business or something for yourself, or we're not talking about something difficult, the slums of India. We want something in America, the first world. Cake business, a place, a garage or place like this. You rather open up the garage door, have some sort of village environment with even Africans, Polynesians, is a way better opportunity for everybody. Spread the pressure. That way, it's not on one person, because this one person could be too influential, too dangerous, that doesn't understand what's going on. So you've got to also uh, refuse to get out of control. But this is a business module, and it's also for emergencies. Find an emergency place now, somewhere on high ground, like One Tree Hill or a hill. Now you know the world is flooding. So this could be some nut from Waterworld. Too many people have watched that movie, but it's definitely somebody in the government. What government files or something is the danger. Is an apex predator. It's got too much leverage, too much information, too much knowledge on the weak points, and could have mapped out everything. So it's a plan. So to unravel the plan, you need to follow a business module, and you've got to put tender love and care and quality into your business and all your soldiers and stuff. Every little bit's going to help. But with tender love and care and being a professional, you'll easily outsmart the enemy. You'll be able to get out of any situation because you're learning a secret nobody's allowed. So you've got to blur out all those dangers with technology. Don't be too open, but being professional and trying to also be in love with the community, trustable, a relationship. Professionals are always going to win. A professional plumber, professional electrician, professional scientist, or professional doctor. If it's an Indian, say no, because you're allowed to get a Maori doctor or a white doctor will make all the difference. Not too expensive. Medicine works like this. If there's nothing wrong with you, don't go. Go until it's the emergency. That's what the doctor's for. Don't go there if it's just a pain. Even if you got cancer, your body can shit it out. People smoke ganja, they got no cancer. So ganja must be the cure for cancer, right? Well, then obviously a little ganja is going to make a difference. Just a little drugs. Not to the point where you suffer. You got to have a triple shot of whiskey, like a job like a NFL team, where you got tables for lunch, freedom, and you don't hassle people to come to work. Say it's all right, man. You can take a holiday, because you got to have reserves and such a business where it's big enough. So let's say it's Buzz Lightyear. Buzz Lightyear, we don't want to spin around, right? We want to be under the laser shield. It's obviously going to be way better, because like Buzz Lightyear is an opportunity where the ship is crashing. Now this there's no way to come back. So if it's there's no way to come back, relocate. Is always going to be a military strategy. The American army, then they retreat from the Nazis because you're beaten. Once you're beaten, don't be slaughtered. Don't sacrifice yourself. Then everyone's going to be trapped. And this is definitely a horrible trap. But now you're united, so you take a break, step by step. But this business module is for people that want to come back to business now. So you've got to put some sort of a gimmick. $500,000 is going to make the whole neighborhood happy. Not for myself, for everybody. Then at least they know there's something that's going to take the pain away. Never myself. At least give maybe the Skrilla or the homeboys $500,000. Something decent is obviously going to beat any well organized army. Even an army of rabbits will eat us alive, because they're disciplined, they focus, they got a strategy, they scouted out the thing, they know all the problems, they've been through the system, they know all the routes, the cheating and stuff. You can't always cheat to win, but sometimes you have to cheat, because now you definitely need help. So help, you got to help everybody, because obviously now you understand it's a flooded world. They've proven they're dangerous. So if they're dangerous, to beat them, even a cake business from home with drinks, some alcohol, you'd rather just open the garage door, put some couches inside, clean up your house, make like a nice village, learn about people, apologize, allow them to come to your house. Don't stop people coming there for blankets and toilet paper. You yourself might need a house like this. You yourself might need somewhere to run. And if that happens, you got to have a house that's a mortgage that you build yourself, or buy a house that's nice, a small house made out of brick, or not too expensive. You'll have a way better life, because it's like a nightclub. It's your house. You're not paying somebody else. That's I've got to stop. I can't make other people rich unless I'm going to get money from it or pay my mortgage. Because that's more important for rappers and everybody. Then you're a business, because that house is better than anything else. You can sell your house one day. And then you can also use it as leverage for yourself. Then you've got something in case of emergency, you can sell your house. Then trying to rent somewhere, and then you must pay for the damage. What if they change the law? Then you'll be like, they'll say, yeah, you pay for the damage. They change the law. And then you'll try and say it's wear and tear, and they say, "How? Prove you caused the damage." That's the problem with renting. That's why you rather have a mortgage, because if it's damaged, you can sell your house or you pay to repair. Now, if somebody's renting and you're smoking drugs, then they can call the police after you, start testing in your house. And I say, even I'm not that stupid. Because what I'm saying is, I paid for my house and now somebody's damaged. So I'd rather just sell all the properties I own. Then it's better just to relocate out of the enemy territory. You got to live in friendly territory. Because I'm saying this is definitely enemy territory. No business is going to work. It's like a guerrilla war. You've got all bandits coming out of you, biker gangs coming, cheeros. The enemy knows what you're doing. It'll never work out. The cops are watching you. We'll just change your life. You'll be sober. But you got to come to a point where you call the police. You also got to call the police for them. But I mean, okay, look, okay, it's bad. But this is just a recording because I think my dad's going somewhere. I need to try to finish this for myself. So a business module for like a music business you want to return, or like important artists, rock bands, and all these things. Mainly you want nice rock music for people, right? And also yourself, because money is you need money for everybody. So you've got to cut off all the enemies on the inside. You can't have somebody that's going to destroy your next opportunity. And I guess you absorb everything because, okay, look, that's what I mean. My dad's disturbing me, so I don't know why, but it's all right. That's what happens even to Google. You absorb everything, and then people will say, "Hey, you're right. You got an enemy on the inside. Somebody that knows everything. Somebody who's too dangerous. You know what I mean? Somebody who could just drive away and never come back." Because why would you want to stay? You got your own license. You get every opportunity. Sometimes it's better you drive away than try to stay in a hell of a zone. Vietnam also had horror stories for American soldiers. You don't want to be in one of those bases. That's like how it is living in West Auckland, some parts, and also South Auckland. You got to find nice places or somewhere where at least it's like a village environment where there's numbers of good people. You can't focus on the enemy Vietnamese soldiers. That's not how the army works, man. You don't pay the terrorists to be powerful. You got to stop supporting the enemy, ISIS, all those online things, man. People that are hurting people. You got to go for good people, or otherwise you'll have such a danger. This person will put you in a fight where you fight in millions of insurgents. That's an insurgency. You can't fight against 600 million insurgents. But this is a business module, not about warfare, where you spoil yourself. You got a little business for yourself. Maybe your house is open. It's like a place where just a little bit of drugs, and you got life. You're working. You're back to going pubs, clubs, gyms. So you got to stick with something simple, not something too complicated, something that a phone handy is going to work, not too much, because too much is going to be a waste of time. You'll be robbed. It's just you're gonna lure problems. So you rather just have some sort of gang to protect you. You have to have people all the time, because now it's a weak spot in a major territory. There's people that could sneak a whole biker gang or Comanchero through the swamp. That's no good, because you're going to be right in the front. But I guess research, preparation, and planning, and you've got some sort of strategy, because planning, even with some stuff like this, is going to give you so much advantage. And if you've got what's available on the internet, Google Earth, you've also got search networks. Use different search engines. Don't try to use two only. You've got so many search engines. You're allowed to use as much as you can. You'll find different prices, but if they're all the same, then definitely it's a hacker, somebody that's dangerous, somebody that could hurt you one day. So you've got to just throw away all the stuff and run away. That's what you have to do. But that's what I mean. Because even if you got patience, love, and whatever, don't bring those type of people. Refuse. Those type of people will destroy everybody's life. That's why you need protection numbers in the first place, not at the end. At the end, you need all the help you can get, even from those type of people, because those type of people definitely they'll meet the match. So you've got to incorporate more than a gang strategy, but it's economics, even gang economics. But this is a business module about getting people, territory. Territory is like best to have, not just gang territory as far as the city can see. So with business cards, that'll give you customers, friends, people that will help you, emergency. You get to know important people. You'll be part of a high class society. You'll stay inside there. You'll have young people to help you. And if you're studying, you can study Unitech. accounting, something simple, so you're not a laborer, so you're not stuck in those jobs and you got an opportunity to escape. So sometimes leave your friends and family, just run away, because you're trying to protect them the whole time they're enemy on the inside. Sometimes leave everybody to die, then you can call the police and laugh at them, because all these people have definitely seen they're definitely going to fail, and they're definitely going to hurt you, so you rather just run on the bus. But not always. Sometimes it's good to stay, glue yourself down. That's the truth, but not now. You can't talk like that on the internet. So with your territory, and sometimes regroup. Have some patience, don't be greedy. But this is like what I mean with rock bands and in emergencies and stuff. You've got to have some sort of plan on paper, so that people can track your whereabouts, they can find you. Just in case you get poisoned or you go mad on drugs and somebody does get hold of you. Too many girls. But before I carry on talking, that's got to be about 30 minutes. So you got to meet the hour mark. Then it's like a patch or something, because they can't kill you twice. Then afterwards, you've shell shocked the enemy. So I'll just see how much battery power I have, but you got to be reasonable. Do see how much time you have, because then you could be talking so long it's not recorded. So just time it for an hour. But this is a business module where you got to have territory. Sometimes you got to regroup. Sometimes you got to re-strategize. So it's a business module to be successful, and a business somewhere easy. But I guess an emergency happens, but that will be easy. Sometimes songs and things, not those criminal ones, not they bad. You got to put TLC. If you want good music, a good business, some really good songs, you got to put love. You got to put something for good people. But let me just see how much battery power I have. That's a lot of help. You have to see how much battery power. Don't be greedy. Have a bit of a double check also. All right. So people are helping a lot. That definitely helps. Any little bit is going to help. Even this stuff could make the major outcome. So we've got 30 minutes left. So you don't want to be doing more than an hour. So that's 30 minutes. So you want as much lawful professional ones. So then that way you can definitely make billions of dollars. Then you'll be able to live for eternity, do whatever you want. So you don't want to be too negative, because you must still retreat. You can't fight a nine-pronged attack. Then it's more than a guerrilla war. It's now like an insurgency, man. The guys will terrorize you with Iraq style bombs. But that's a whole different module. That's warfare. So you've got to be militarized. Also, take everything serious now. Anything, even if somebody smells, you just be, hey, you smelling? Why don't you have a shower upstairs, or any space should be your space? You need a bit of privacy. But I guess with any opportunity, you got to pounce, but not all the time. And money for bills and stuff is good. Try to budget, save money instead of spending all your money on drugs. But just in case you do, then you need something to entertain yourself. Also, to teach you English is a good language. They'll teach you a bit of economics, technology, and not now. This is a business module. So you need to be like reasonable even with your enemies. Be reasonable, space yourself. Don't go too close to the enemy territory. Be reasonable with your family, so you're not held hostage, so they can't take advantage. Waste your life just sitting in the garage. So you need to do something for the people that are watching us. There could be billions of people. You could rule the universe, but you've also got to follow the leader. It's all right to follow DJ Slaydem. I'm the leader, I'm the boss. So, all right, let's be reasonable, be honest, and follow space, and space where I say space to fail. Don't put yourself on a carpet. Then there's no way you'll end up a skinny white girl and die like that. You gotta stop moving with dodgy people. Try to go for Maori people, your own people. Don't just follow Indians because Indians are sane. Then definitely they'll end up dancing on TV and you'll have a cyber attack. So in case of a major emergency and you got another one of these places where there's some sudden pornography or something, just use it as an excuse and just play it yourself while people are not watching, and then use it as a chance to escape. And then of course people gonna watch it, but then yeah, you've got a time to burst out of there. This thing is playing, so you're out of there. They'll come looking for me. They'll meet apex predator waiting with the cops, which I guess is the best thing to do. Let the cops chase those people, then they'll never mess with you. Some time in prison will change everyone's confidence. That's what I'm saying, like how you going to prison. So just in case you're locked up, you've got something to watch. But definitely they will change their confidence if they spend some time. Anyone with the police chasing them, maybe the police will see we're innocent. even the police themselves. They wouldn't like to be chased. So, of course, we don't want to leave a trail for trouble. But, of course, it's good to be successful. Successful is going to give you luxury, life, medicine. So, we're probably past 15 minutes. So, I can only go for an hour, but I'll check. Don't take horrible advantage of your enemies. Don't go into horrible things. I'll show you an example. Let me just see how much battery power I have. All right. So I got about 26 minutes. Don't take advantage of your enemies or criminals because you yourself is a criminal. You yourself is a criminal now. You can get some sort of punishment like witchcraft or something. End up a police officer for eternity for the cartel. That's why it's not good to do that job. Police are obligated, they're not supposed to be loyal sex slaves. But I guess everyone's a prostitute, it's how you sell yourself. But once you do something like that, it's an apex predator. It's very dangerous. You take serious, got to get protection, people, enjoy life for the rest of existence. Because now for the rest of existence, you're now in the outer realm, which is a whole nother business module. So you've got to be reasonable, reasonable with yourself. You got to love yourself. Be reasonable with your family. Family time is going to make a difference. Time for your good friends, but even your bad friends can be used as some scout or some protection. You always got to help people. You can't just refuse people because one day you in that position. So you also got to use it like an intelligence operation. You scout, but not too much. You don't go by yourself too much. You go when it's daytime. You don't go at night by yourself. Don't try to be like DJ slaydem. But also, a bit of experience is going to make you better. Not too much. You got to spoil your children. You got to use this for everybody. Let them know they got family, friends. Then definitely they'll come home. You got to have a phone, tracking device, all sorts of things so they know it's dinner time. They know somebody cares about them. Otherwise, kids will think they're all by themselves. But this module, of course, is not only for my children, but also for people in the community, like groceries. Those sort of things are excellent. Electricity. You can't live without public transport, and don't ever give up your freedom. But I think there's about 20 something minutes left. I'll check. But of course, a book is good. So, like advertising on Facebook, Instagram, get some poetry. Poetry and stuff, a separate book for poetry. One for all your strategies and stuff, about 3, 5 books, hard face like this, write it down. This thing will help everybody for longer than man's technology, I promise you. Because in a warfare, it's better to relocate. And when they learn to relocate, then you're out of the fire zone. Then definitely you've got every opportunity to be even more successful. But I guess instead of denying that you're in danger, you need to write a strategy. Stick to the strategy, not too many pages. Just 1, 2, 3, that's it. So let me just see what the time is, meter hour. But this is a module that's going to be a strategy that you've got to stick with. Then for once, you've got some sort of evidence accounting to get paid, which is a whole lot of other reasons. Okay, so yeah, before I ended up spacing out, I think my phone is recording, but unless somebody has physically come through the internet, I'll have to check. Maybe I'll just check now and make sure it's not some sort of cyber attack. Yeah, my phone is recording. It's good to check those things, man, because you might get cyber attacked. Imagine you look behind your phone and you see the exorcist. It's not good, but it's good to that proves that help is they're making a very important role. So you've got to admit to yourself you're now in a dangerous situation where you've got an apex predator. Now it's time to admit you're in danger. Admitting and opening your mouth is a lot of things, but this business module is like to allow space to fail, allow space to grow, and you got to have plans. And to have plans, you also got to think of groceries next week. It's important. So you got to have emergency things, noodles, things, realistic things, beans. Don't be too complicated like Star Wars. Don't go for lobster and those things. With noodles and things, will go way further. Simple dishes, not too spicy. You got to be like a white person, not too spicy. Few teaspoons of curry. Quality in your business. Gloves, TLC. Clean up your work area. Don't try to go for an expensive restaurant. Go for something reasonable. But even an expensive restaurant, you're going to beat. Because what you're cooking and what you're advertising is going to be so nice when that restaurant has your quality steaks, you'll be the owner of the restaurant. You'll be introducing that steak. You'll be the headmaster. But I guess don't take a horrible advantage on your enemies or yourself. Be in a position to call the police. then you're in a way better off, because now you've got the bacon. You call in the police now for the tsotsi. Now you can call the cops. Now you the master. Now people are afraid of you because you call in the police. But before this ends, don't treat your enemies harsh. Don't try to treat people like that harsh, because they'll call the police for you. So you've also got to cheat a bit because they've obviously cheated you. Follow the simple is the secret of excellence. Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, Mozart, all the people from the ancient world, Roman Empire, Greek empires all over the world, the universe. Simplicity is the key to the master of success. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Space between your empire. The enemy empire can't be in your reach. You got to mark the weak points, double check, triple check, scout. And just like this is what a criminal can do. Yeah, that's 40 minutes, right? So you don't want an hour, so you want maybe 50 something minutes. An hour will keep them guessing or something. Also leave a diversion is good. Diverting all the negative energy. You want all the positive energy. Some people want the negative energy to open up Popeye's chicken candy club for everybody, which I guess is a whole nother freedom. But I guess instead of taking horrible advantage of people, don't ever. It'll get out of control. You can't get out of control. You can say something, whatever, but don't do it. But be careful on the internet. Follow what you've written down is going to be a very successful strategy. So with this, you've got to pay off your debts. Pay off your debts, personal favors. The people saying you owe them $50. Don't tick up. Don't borrow money. Don't get loans. Move out of the place and buy a house somewhere new. Start afresh. Re-strategize, regroup, retreat, re-prepare. Enemy that comes back even bigger and better is definitely going to destroy everybody. Because you're living in a place is like the ancient world. Bandits are coming here. There's things, a lot of things. So this is, you've got to do something professional, which I guess is more than a fairy tale, because now the pipe dream is over. If you do horrible things to your enemies, be fair to yourself, because you must retreat. So you need a bit of space. One day you'll have to run away. You can't fight 9 enemies that are all billionaires or something. Don't be retarded. You got to be at least logical, reasonable with yourself. Use a book to write a strategy, right, and a plan, script, and you have to follow the simple script is a secret to excellence. Just follow these simple pages. Don't try to write 200 pages and talk in an hour. But I guess I've got to see the time. But what I'm saying is regroup and restart, have a break, take a stock take. Restock whatever you have, even if you live in a house like mine. Just restock all your things, hide it away like Biggie Smalls. Get all your nice stuff and see what you have. See where's dangerous, what's going on. Check underneath the house. Look for an escape point, somewhere where they know you'll run away. Look for somewhere where you say, to hell with mom and dad, to hell with this neighborhood. I need to get out. But let me just see how much time I have left. Okay, that's all right. I got 8 minutes, so you can watch this. I followed the law with this one. There's no racism, no negativity. But I'm not going to talk about that now, because now you've written down a strategy and a script. It's also like a bit of information about yourself for your children, for your Christmas, for your grandchildren. So you want those things in case you become a celebrity, which is good also for your family. They know that you're trying to look out for them. You care about them. Who wants to be in the presence of DJ Slaydem the vampire? Nothing can see eye to eye with me. Not even a T-Rex. A T-Rex the size of the Statue of Liberty can't look down on me. I'll jump up there and bitch slap everyone. You got to regroup and restart and have a break. Take stock of what you have. And also try to meet the hour mark. Not too long, because then it's a disadvantage. It's too long to watch. The internet can't watch those sort of things at people's houses. This is a business internet. It'll drain everything. But I guess this is about the end of the thing. So you got to regroup all the time, retreat, resupply, re-strategize. Also suffer a little bit. Don't suffer too much. If you're suffering, retreat from the place. Regroup. It's going to be insurgency. That's going to be horrible. You got to surround them from the outside and cut off the place. And then from the inside, you can starve them out or flood them out. But that's the end of our business module. How we're trying to regroup, come into business, different tactics, and coming into business for good good reasons, good music for the community, decent money, a whole lot of reasons you find to stay alive. There's a whole lot of reasons to work like a biker gang, because don't be a family, be what you are, a business, a biker gang. Let the engine power be the engine power. Have soldiers, protection, and scouts, and that's a military strategy from Schwarzkopf. General Powell from Afghanistan, where obviously people think I didn't go for 6 months. Well, that was the horror story of living with people like that. I end up going to Afghanistan, and I know how it feels to be left behind. I know how it feels when everything fails. But that's a whole different module that I'm using, because now you've come to the dream. Some people it's easy, some people it's not. But this is a business module, even for the police, soldiers, to find something useful for yourself, a decent job. Let me just see how much time I have left. All right. So there's 6 minutes left, so I'm happy. So for once, we've done something professional and something as evidence that people are innocent. So I want to finish this off as a lesson even for our enemies. This is not the thing what I'm saying. I'm not the type of person. I'm admitting I'm guilty. But the worst times where you're ambushed is at the end. So this will also teach them, when you're playing this stuff and you run away, then they'll say, he's going to run away, and they waited for the end. They'll be mesmerized, stunned, physically beaten. But this is the last few minutes. You don't want to be too greedy, but you also want peace and quiet. You don't want too much outer influences affecting the situation. A bad time's not a good time to be making it worse. But with money is for sharing and spending. It's not for trying to make excuses. Sometimes it's good to give your neighbors billions of dollars. Sometimes telling somebody what you have is the truth. But I guess these things exist. They might be professionals, but I guess don't be too dangerous. But that's the end of the hour thing. Then at least it's better than jerking off the whole day. Well, it's better than whatever episodes they were selling us. Anything's better than going to work and getting hurt, or even wasting your life jerking off, which I guess is also dangerous, man. You need a buffer. If those guys get in your bank account, man, you need this internet thing or some sort of evidence, or some that somebody knows what they're capable of, which I guess I've been living like that. I don't mind, but I know everybody's innocent. All I'm saying is we want something else just in case we in prison. But that's the end of the thing, because you must do something also for prisoners, which I guess is not fair. But until you're chased by the police, you in prison. Maybe they'll stop smoking drugs. Maybe they'll stop hurting people. But that's another business module. I feel a lot better. I'll try and get it out today so everybody knows we're trying. Everybody knows everyone is innocent. DJ Slaydem, I'm definitely guilty, but I hope I don't have to go back to being an insurgent. But I guess that I feel better. That's an hour. I'm not going to be too greedy, and I'm not going to try to do something. You've got to trust and police yourself. Okay, so I've got a few more minutes. I'm saying police yourself. Police are for emergency. Police are not to be abused. Don't abuse the law, man. Following the law is a secret people need to learn at the end. It's easy to become a billionaire. Follow the law. Use professionals, professional electrician, professional daycare, a daycare with no dodgy history. Live in a nice place. Spend a bit of money. So what if the rent is 700? It's better than trying to live in a dump, a place where people are going to kill you. But I guess you can enjoy life. But life is supposed to be an adventure. Some people it's easy, but nothing is easy. Even standing like this is dangerous. Definitely some weirdos will come after you. But that's the end of my thing, because now it's all about trying to be available and be what you are. After all, we're a biker gang, man. We're a super yacht business, not a business that talks rubbish about people. Peace, man. Yeah, but I guess I still got 2 minutes. Nothing's easy, man. We want to do something easy like a big biker gang. We don't want to be held accountable for skinny white girls or criminals. That is the ancient world. This is the modern world. They've got to learn that. Some of those people are the worst people in the world. But now everybody's innocent, because you can't always be guilty, and it's got to stop somewhere. Don't be going on for 3 hours, man. Another type of punishment. Stop punishing yourself. Don't be greedy, and a bit of patience. But that's another business module, man. Under an hour, so you can upload on the phone. An hour, it won't upload. Uploading this will cause a surge in the whole neighborhood. This is a super yacht business Wi-Fi. It's not a igloo Wi-Fi. Get to know what's going on in the world. Information is key to power. Knowledge is power. The pen and paper is the ancient world, will take over the universe. Logical, mate. Education, mate. English is power. That's it.